Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We are, it's 2 o'clock, and this is the Design Review Board meeting for Wednesday, July 5th, 2023. If we can start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag,
United States of America,
to the
to the
republic
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our chairperson can't be here today, so
Make a motion to appoint Clerk Brooke to chair today's meeting.
I will second that motion. Any discussion?
All in support.
All in support? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. So our first item on the agenda is attendance.
So noted.
And next up is public comment. I know both of you are here for your item on the agenda, which you'll get a chance to talk about then, but unless you want to talk in public comment too. Okay. Third item is approval of the minutes for June 21st, 2023.
So moved.
Support that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And next item is for signage. And the first item up is for Starbucks at 42825 Woodward Avenue.
So we are at the location of East Square Lake Road in Woodward, southeast corner. We are in the B3 zone district. The request is from the currently under construction Starbucks for a 26.84 square foot wall sign. And based on the maximum size that they are permitted, they're permitted a 35.75 square foot sign based on the frontage area of the storefront. So they are compliant with the size. This is located on the northwest elevation, and they are proposing internally illuminated letters with the raceway painted to match the building. And this is proposed as the only wall sign for the building. We worked closely with Starbucks to come up with a plan that was suitable for them as well as the township with regard to not requiring any variances. So this is a compliant sign, and that's all I have. So you can see the southwest elevation does not contain any signage. Northeast, no signage. Southeast, no signage. And so there we go. That's the northwest elevation. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I have a question, Wayne. Do you have a site plan to show where, and show me where on that, if you have something better, but which, is it facing Square Lake?
It's facing the intersection most.
So, and it's on that, it's
That's
the
right.
elevation right below the 4?
Yes.
Kind of? Okay.
That's where the sign will be?
And there is no signage along Woodward, fronting Woodward?
That is correct.
And they're aware of that?
Yes. Yes.
And are there any logos that they're putting up?
No. That is one thing we worked closely with them.
Okay.
They were originally proposed to have some logos, but they have decided not to.
And what about the traffic signage, exits, entrances?
There are directional signage. There is proposed to have menu boards and so forth. There's no signage on there. There's no logos on there. So we would not consider them signs and,
Okay.
and not needing approval, so long as they don't have any kind of Starbucks verbiage or logos or things like that.
Well, how can a menu board not have Starbucks logos and?
I can show you.
And where do you have, and I apologize for, this isn't, but I'm just, I guess, focused on, there's one sign on that corner, and I just want to be sure that we're all aware of what's being asked and what isn't being asked for, and that this is what is in agreement with everyone.
I may ask Mary Ellen to answer that, to make sure she's representing the client, to make sure that they're fully aware that there's the one sign on the wall. So if you want to come up to the podium.
Thank you. That way we can all hear you.
Hi.
I'm Mary Ellen from Northern Sign. Thank you for seeing us today. So, yeah, they are aware. They've agreed to the sign package that we have. As far as any Starbucks logos on the menu boards or whatnot, there won't be any.
Okay.
There's no monument sign
There is not a monument sign
for the mall.
for that.
Well, there's a monument sign, there's a monument, the menu itself is on a monument, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I meant more like, out at the street side that has a,
Oh, a sign, a
With multiple
roadside
tenants.
pylon.
Like a tenant panel kind of.
yeah, right, nothing like that.
There's not.
And if you would, again, please show me if we have it here, I don't know, maybe the drive lanes and where the,
Thank you.
so is,
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Is that good?
Should be good.
thank you, Wade.
Yeah, no worries. I had to turn back the camera on your vacuum cam. There you go. Make sure it's not at the bottom. There's a power button at the bottom. There you go.
You've done this before.
So Wade, do you have one that shows, oh, that is the,
So the drive-through is going to be back,
is that facing Woodward?
yes,
And so the signage is right at the front where the arrow is pointing?
it's right up here.
Okay.
And so the drive-throughs are back. You come in the drive and go around and exit.
So what is the stacking there for the drive-through? Do you know?
I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it was something along between, I don't recall correctly. I know it was more than 9.
So basically, it wraps all the way around the building.
Yeah, the pickup window is the bump out that's at the top of the screen.
So go to the site plan now again. Oh, I see, I was looking at it upside down.
So Woodward's at the bottom.
Correct.
Right.
And was there stacking conceived of into the parking lot? Is that not out the road, but
Correct. There
it's
was
been a while since we saw this,
Yeah.
but
There was.
Okay, we can look at it later.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have any other questions.
Nope, no questions. I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
I support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
And I appreciate being first.
There you
Well,
go.
there's only two. It's the first time, so.
Oh, is it? Okay, great. So next item up is item 2 for the specialist in rehabilitation medicine, a sign at 4334 Woodward.
We are in the O1 zone district at 43344 Woodward Avenue. This is a request for another wall sign to be 23.7 square feet. And due to the length of the frontage, they would be permitted 89 square feet, but the cap is 64 square feet in the O1. So 64 square feet would be allowable, and they're coming in for a request at 23.7. It's a white acrylic sign face, printed translucent vinyl lettering. And the second part of this request is that they are asking as well for a time to keep the existing banner that's on the site. It's a 33.25 square foot temporary banner, which is essentially, and I apologize, this is sideways, but it's an exact replica of what the permanent sign would be. And you can see here it is in place. I know the tenants have a temporary C of O. I know they're getting real close to actually occupying the building. Might be a question for the applicant as to how long it will take for the permanent sign to be fabricated and installed. But it would be located in the same place where the permanent sign is being requested, right on this elevation. Woodward is out here, right here. And this was the former location of Woodward Urgent Care, and they were approved for a 61 square foot sign back in 2013. So substantially smaller request with the current tenant looking to go into the building.
Any questions?
Wait, did you say that the sign, the proposed sign is illuminated?
It is
Or is it-
illuminated with white LEDs, yes.
Okay.
Behind the, yes.
Okay. And do we have an estimate, or is there a limit on the C of O? Temporary C of O? Do we know that?
I'm not sure of.
It depends. So temporary C of O would just depend on what other items need to be addressed prior to the final, until the building official can issue the final. So I don't necessarily have a time frame on it. Perhaps the tenant may have a better idea.
Well, I guess what I'm just wondering is, do we want to tie anything to a permanent temporary? If the temporary stays out there forever, do we want to approve this? Is there,
I guess my suggestion would be, if you're going to consider any time frame to allow for the temporary banner to remain, is taking under consideration how far out they would be to manufacturing and be able to install the sign.
so not anything to do with the C of O?
Nothing to do with the C of
Okay.
O.
Okay.
And the representative from the sign company is here if she wants to add anything. Thank you. Maybe we could learn about the timing for the installation.
Hello,
Hi.
Renee Wenner from Signorama in Troy. So obviously fabrication starts the moment we have permit approval. So right now we're looking at 3 to 4 weeks for fabrication for install.
Okay.
I have no questions about that. It seems reasonable as far as the duration for the
Yep.
temporary sign. Do you want to make a motion?
So do you want to say like 90 days for the temporary, and this gets in there quicker, so be it? Okay.
I think that makes
So
sense.
I make a motion to approve the sign as submitted, to allow the current temporary sign the sooner of 90 days or the installation of this sign.
Support? And all those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You too.
You too. Okay, Wade, is there any recent design review board approvals?
I do not have any.
Okay, I see our next meeting is Wednesday, July 19th. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support, and therefore we're adjourned. Motion carries.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.